sworn to carry your burdens.
If you've ever played Skyrim, that sentence is burned into your brain.
Still here.
It is the sound of sarcastic obedience. It is the sound of a woman who definitely judges you for making her carry all the extra dragon bones you pick up. Lydia is clunky. She has the AI complexity of a toaster. And yet, when the troll on the 7,000 steps finally gets her, when she dies, we don't just loot her corpse and move on. Instead, we reload the save, even if it means losing 30 minutes of progress. I want to talk about why we form such deep and weird attachments to these lines of code. To understand why we love them, we have to look at the worlds that they inhabit. Most of the games I play, and I suspect the ones you play too, are rather lonely. Skyrim is a massive frozen province. Lordran is a dying graveyard. As humans, we are hardwired to hate isolation. It triggers a primal danger signal in our brains. Being alone means you are vulnerable. Being alone means no one is watching your back. This is the first layer of the psychology, the presence. It doesn't matter that Lydia has the personality of a wooden plank. It matters that she's there. The simple sound of footsteps behind you changes the atmosphere of the dungeon from a horror game into an adventure. We don't fall in love with their dialogue. We fall in love with the fact that we aren't walking alone in the dark. For a lot of us, social battery becomes a very real resource that drains very quickly. Digital companions offer something the real world rarely does. Company without the cost. Maybe a high five. Because this is a masterclass in psychology. It serves zero gameplay purpose. It doesn't heal you, it doesn't give you any XP. But every time it happens, I feel compelled to go and do it with urgency, as if thinking I would leave her hanging if I didn't. Then, we have the darker side of the attachment. If Dragon's Dogma is about validation, Dark Souls is about shared trauma. These worlds are hostile. Everything wants you dead. The architecture itself is oppressive. When you find Solaire sitting by the bonfire, or Siegmeyer sleeping in a poison swamp, you bond with them instantly. Not because they are useful, half the times you have to save them, but because they are suffering through the same nightmare you are. It triggers a protective instinct. We want to save them from this world. We want to preserve that tiny spark of optimism in a universe of entropy. When we fail a questline in Dark Souls, when a companion goes hollow, it hurts. It hurts because it feels like we failed a friend who trusted us. And on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, we have the Palico. This taps into the pet owner psychology. Literally. My Palico Saber is my cat Saber, only more useful. The Palico is pure loyalty, but more than that, they are a safety net. In Monster Hunter, when you fail and when you get knocked out, the game doesn't just cut to black. Your Palico literally puts you on a cart and drags you to safety. In a life that often feels like a series of mistakes, having a companion whose entire job is to cover for you, to catch you when you fall, that is a powerful feeling, even if they are just a cat wearing a hat. Look, I know how it sounds. Man hits 30, starts getting emotional about video game characters. But I think this matters. We are living through a loneliness epidemic. We are more connected than ever, yet we feel more isolated than ever. These NPCs aren't replacing real people. They aren't a substitute for real intimacy. But we love them because they make the journey a little less lonely. So, to Lydia, to Solaire, to my Palico, To my main pawn, thanks for carrying my burdens. My name is Dynamic Man. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.